So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it?
Backstage Story, and I'm here with Steel Train. Do you want to start off by introducing yourself
and singing something?
And saying what you do in the band? You can sing too. You can sing what you do in the band.
Sing something.
Daniel and I play guitar.
And now, song.
After.
I'm Evan and I play bass.
Yeah.
Jack and I play guitar.
And now a little song, Jack.
She's your queen. Bub.
That was weird.
That was like the bass.
Yeah.
Okay, you say that as a band you're from New Jersey. What are some of the pros and cons of growing up here?
There's no cons.
Only pros.
Serious.
Yeah. The cons are. What the fuck? I really think it's one of the best places in the world to grow up, because, like, if I think that there's like, people think if you grow up in a city you're gonna get into bad stuff, but it's like the opposite. Like that documentary that came out about those kids in Georgia who, like, the entire senior class got STDs.
Is that for real?
No, it's a good example, because, like, I feel like kids in small towns find themselves into a lot more trouble. So being in Jersey is kind of like the best of all of it, because
You grew up in a really small town.
no, I know, but I went to the city most weekends and did things.
Don't you feel like people thought that you lived in Jersey and really wanted to live in New York, and that you had that stereotype?
It wasn't optional. I was like 14 and I couldn't move to New York.
I love New Jersey.
I used to come see Saves the Day here, and when I say used to, I mean once.
I was gonna say that.
We didn't have to, because I got myself.
Shows every weekend at Legion Hall. And then we all used to go to, like, 3 shows a weekend. And
Jersey is one of the greatest places in the world, at least in our generation, to be like 10 to 15 and to want to go see music that's not,
We were so lucky. In the late 90s, there was something really special happening here. And I don't think it was happening everywhere. I think it was specifically
because when we
happening
tour around the country, people are always like, "Oh, Jersey,
Yeah.
Lifetime, My Chemical Romance, Saves the Day," and it sounds like some of those bands aren't the best, but it's like the kind of music that's sort of like dominating the world right now. It's gotten really cheesy, but I really think it started in New Jersey. No different than like punk music starting in London or whatever.
Yeah.
Emo started in New Jersey.
Music sounds pretty uplifting, but when it's into the lyrics, it's actually more dark. Is that on purpose?
Like, I guess, but I wouldn't say like on purpose as much as just lyrics are just only stories that you've lived, or at least that's what our lyrics are about. So they're not so much on purpose as they are just what they are. They're just like a lot of, I think most of our lyrics just recount specific events, because I guess we feel that they were interesting enough to be recounted in lyrics. But I don't know, I think that we always say that the only way to be interesting in lyrics is to write about yourself, because it's the only thing that's different than anyone else, because even like some of my least favorite songs by my favorite artists are the ones that are about like other things, like political issues or stories about other people, etc. I don't know. That's what's always worked for us.
I feel record is the most listened to song off of Trampoline on Last FM by over 1,000 listens.
Wow.
Are you happy about that, or do you wish a different song?
How do you know that? How do you find that out?
You don't even know that
Research.
stuff.
Research. You're good. You did some digging.
That was a tough one because with that record, with the last record we put out, there was no obvious like this is the song, you know, this is a single. Like there was probably 4 or 5 songs. Probably I Feel Weird, Kill Monsters in the Rain, Black Eye, Firecracker. It was even Alone in the Sea. If we did like a radio edit, and everyone, us, our family, all the people we worked with, the label, etc., all had a different opinion. And like, you know, we like to look at it because all those songs are great songs. Maybe, you know, so, you know, hopefully it's not the opposite. But there was no obvious one. So it actually does feel a little weird, just because that's weird. It feels a little weird, because I really would want people to hear other songs too. But I don't know if I could just choose one of them. I wanted Kill Monsters in the Rain to be that song.
Get down, back down, fucked up, battle of at a time. I feel I'm never going back.
Is the new stuff more of a collaboration between you all, or is it more like Trampoline where you do most of the writing?
We just started working on this stuff. Actually, this is the first show. We always say like this is a new song, but it's like not a new song. Tonight we're probably for the first time ever playing 2 new songs we've never played before in any form. Hopefully it'll go well. I think it's gonna go well. They sound really good.
Yeah, we were rocking out to them in soundcheck.
Yeah.
I think the other bands were like, "Whoa, dude, it's only soundcheck." You know what I mean?
But what were we saying? It's like brain dead. It's that feeling before a show we were just talking about. Very stressful. Apparently Daniel's 10% of anxiety away from just losing it.
Locking out.
I play a little guitar. I can take
Yeah,
it.
you see me just like.
It's not about the show. It's not. It's just now.
The
You know,
show's
like-
the last thing I'm thinking
You're
about.
just nervous about the interview, right?
Yes.
This is actually one of the nicer moments of the night.
Yeah, this is down here in the cellar.
So we're trying to make it last as long as possible.
Yeah.
But this record is so far being written similar to Trampoline. The only reason why we didn't write stuff like that in the past was mostly because of people that aren't here anymore, without sounding like a dick.
That used to play in the band. People that used to play in the band.
Yes. Some people that aren't here anymore. Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
Joe Jackson.
Schmee. But we'll see. I mean, the one thing is for sure that we've prided ourselves on is trying to really move forward and try new things all the time. So far the new songs are really, really different sounding. My parents said.
If you could have anyone do a cover of one of your songs, alive or dead, who would it be?
Tegan Quinn.
Tegan and Quinn. You mean Tegan Quinn?
It's her name.
Oh, okay.
Not Tegan and Sarah, just her specifically.
Okay. Dan, what about you?
You like Tegan and Sarah?
No, the Avid Brothers cover song.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. I'd love to hear the Fleet Foxes cover one of our songs.
Oh my god.
It'd be really cool.
Still?
I don't know what. Maybe Kill Monsters in the Rain. They do a great rendition of that.
Who is anyone covering our songs?
A lot of bands online. I look up YouTube sometimes because people started to tell me about this. That people cover our songs on YouTube.